Hello, my name's Hannah Eyre and I'm a participatory artist. That means I work with participants, so people. So some projects I will work with school groups, sometimes I work with community groups, sometimes I work with families. So it really varies from project to project, but we make artwork together. Often the participants will individually make something and then I will put all the work together to create one whole piece of work. Now, how did I get here? Well, as a child I was always drawing or making things, and at school I studied art. I did an A-level in art and design, I did an A-level in theatre studies and another one in history. Now the art and design one, that one makes sense. The theatre studies one, I did a lot of set design, costume design, makeup design, so the really practical roles within the theatre. And then there's the history A-level. Now that one seems a little bit more out there, but actually in my career I've ended up doing a lot of work for museums and heritage organisations. I do a lot of work at different castles and historic sites across Scotland where I'm based. So a tip I have for you is remember that whatever you learn, you never know when it might come in handy. What skills do I need for my job? Well, I needed to learn lots of practical skills. I did a degree in ceramics. I spent 4 years at art school, so I've learnt lots and lots of techniques, but I'm constantly learning throughout my career because I like to work with lots of different materials, choosing the materials and the techniques depending on the project. Other skills I need are I need to be incredibly organised. So I often work for different clients, maybe juggling lots of different projects at the same time, often to quite short, tight deadlines. I think the main skill I need to have is problem solving. I spend a lot of my time problem solving. Maybe I've come up with an idea, a concept, and then I might be working at my workbench over here, making prototypes and experimenting, trying to make things work. Sometimes I work outdoors. I work on a lot of cultural festivals, and that might involve problem solving under pressure as well. So all about the creative thinking and the problem solving. What does a typical day look like for me? Well, no 2 days are the same, and that is my favourite thing about the career that I've built for myself. So some days I might be working here in my studio, sometimes I might be working at my computer, emailing, liaising with clients. Sometimes I might be out and about actually delivering projects to the public. So there's two strands to what I do. There's the planning side, which often takes place here, and then there's the delivery side, actually working with people. Before we were living through a global pandemic, I used to travel a lot for my work, so I would be delivering projects throughout Scotland where I live. I'm based in Edinburgh, the capital, or I might sometimes go further afield to the different countries of the UK, or I've also done projects a little bit further away. So I've done a project in Norway, in Iceland, I've been to Abu Dhabi for work. So yeah, no 2 days are the same. One of the best things about my job is I often get to collaborate. So as well as working on your own, if you actually work with other artists or the participants that I work with, then you can create something much more ambitious. And I often collaborate with fellow artists and educators who are friends. So that's really always fun when you get to work with your friends. What would be the worst part of my job? I do a lot of work outdoors, which I love, but a lot of my work does take place during the winter months. So I can spend a lot of time being very cold, and also I live in Scotland, so it can be pretty rainy. If I was to give you one piece of advice if you're thinking about pursuing a career in the creative industries, my advice would be to stick with the maths. Learn the maths, study maths while you're in school. I use so much maths in my work. I use it for working out the actual designs for things. For example, the pieces of work you can see behind me, these are all based around maths, numbers, geometry. I also use maths for calculating budgets. So I might be given a budget by a client, a certain amount of money that I can spend, but if I'm doing a project with maybe 300 participants, if I need to buy materials for all those 300 people to be able to make their artwork, then that's a lot of materials, that's a lot of money to spend. And if I get my calculations wrong, there's going to be no money left in the budget for me, and I still need some money from it to pay my bills and to buy my food. I also need maths for doing my accounts. So I'm what you call freelance or self-employed. That means I'm my own boss, which I love, but it does mean that I have to do my own accounts at the end of each year. So my top tip would be to stick with the maths. Well, it's been lovely chatting to you, and good luck with your careers in the creative industries or wherever you end up. Cheerio!